Hello friends, today we'll see the isometric view of this given object. The speciality of this object is what? Semi-cylindrical portion is there, means we have to draw the semicircle, circle and non-isometric surface. So initially we must know the overall length of this object. The overall length of this object from origin up to the center line 90, and this outer semicircle radius is 30, means length is 90 plus 30, it is 120 mm. Width directly either with the help of this radius or 30 means the diameter is 60, or it is mentioned on right hand side, it is 60. And height of the object also it is directly given, it is 50. It is 50. So with these three dimensions we can prepare the isometric box and then we can draw the isometric view of this object. So now with the length, width and height, first we'll prepare the isometric box. For preparing the isometric box, what we have to do? Draw the horizontal line, then draw the vertical line. Draw the vertical line, and intersection of these two, the intersection of these two, it is going to be origin. So this is the origin, and from the origin then you can mark the line towards right at an angle of 30 degree from the origin. So this line will be at an angle of 30 degree towards right. (30° towards right and 30° towards left. Like this from the origin. And once we mark this, then mark these dimensions. Length is how much, width is how much, height is how much. Length will be 120. So we have to mark 120, and that 120 will be over here. Then width, because origin is on right hand side, width will be towards right, so it is 60, and height is going to be, so 50 we can mark from this, 10, 20, 30, 40. So in the drawing, the most important is marking the height. Once we mark the height, always I suggest remove this upper portion of this line. Perfectly you have to keep the height, so it will be easier for drawing the isometric box. Then once we remove this height, only we have kept 50, then after that the task is very simple. So from this marking, draw the vertical lines, then again from this marking also, wherever we have marked 60, from that also mark the vertical lines. Then we'll be using line parallel to length. So this is going to be a length. It is going to be length, and it is going to be width. It is the width. And wherever these two lines intersects, so we can mark line parallel to width like this, and line parallel to length in this way. So it is the isometric box having length 120, width 60 and height 50. Once we get this isometric box, our object will be inside this box only. Then for proper drawing or fastly, try to read the orthographic views also and use few techniques so that your isometric view will be very simple and very fastly you can draw. Then what you have to do, so always I suggest this isometric box is nothing but it is the isometric view of rectangle as a front view and rectangle as a top view. But if we consider this rectangle in the front view, so it is going to be a rectangle like this, and from this rectangle this portion is missing, this portion is missing. Then directly if we remove that portion from the isometric box, it's very easy to draw the isometric box. Then how to remove it, what we have to do, so mark from this 10 mm, so it is 10 mm only, and over here we have to mark, if it is 120, means from this 20, 30, 60. So this 60 we have to mark, and we have to cut like this, means from this so here it is 10, so this much portion. So such triangular cut we have to take completely. Then how we can take that triangular cut? So we can mark throughout this line parallel to width, and from this also line parallel to width, like this. And once we mark this line parallel to width, so we are supposed to cut this portion. So for the triangular cut, we'll remove this 1, 2, this 3, it is the fourth line. So with the help of eraser, if you remove, it will be much better. So already we have marked these two lines like this, and draw one more line. From this, so it will definitely match with this. Like this. Means if we get the basic shape of this object. So this portion it has been cut. So this is the non-isometric surface. We have drawn the non-isometric surface. And always what I'll suggest, whenever you are drawing, so first draw the easiest part, and from the origin again, if you see it neatly, so what it is, so this portion, we can mark, how we can mark from the origin, so the width is 60, and so except this slot, so this portion already we have drawn, so only what we have to do, we have to make it dark. we have to make it dark. It is 60. It is also 60. And here also we have to mark 60. Correct. And if you see in the top view, up to this, after this 60 also, again 30, this line is straight, this line is straight, and this is the semi-cylindrical portion. So we can make, or we can mark these lines, or first I'll make these two lines dark. Like this. So like this. Then see. So this line, this portion is going to be straight from this up to 30. Up to 30, it is going to be straight one. From this, we'll make this 30 straight. Again, here also 10, 20, 30. It is straight one. And if we see it, from this, it is going to be 60 plus 30, 90, a straight line. Up to 90. This is the straight line. Then it is 10. It is 10, and here also it is 10. It is 10. See, now if you see it neatly, the major portion from this side, so this slant surface and up to this center line, almost we have marked. So why I have not drawn on this part? Because it is semi-cylindrical. In the top view it indicates, even though in the front view it is rectangle, in the top view it is semicircle. So it is a cylindrical portion. Then for that, what we have to do? So for that, we have to mark the center. And how we can mark the center of this semicircle? So it is going to be like this. From these midpoints, simply join these midpoints. And again, mark the midpoint of this 60. So this is going to be a midpoint. And mark the line with this. So here, what we'll be having, for semicircle also we have to follow the procedure of circle itself. Means the radius is 30. From this center, if I mark 30, 30, 30, already we are having the rhombus. Means our task is very simple in this object. So this is going to be one center, it is going to be other center, and for getting one more center, with this center, I can mark from this midpoint to this midpoint the curve. And for getting another center, I will have to join. I will have to join this center. This center and midpoint of opposite side. Midpoint of opposite side. Similarly, from this center, I'll join the midpoint of opposite side like this. Midpoint of opposite side. We'll get additional center, and with these two centers are enough for drawing the semicircle. How we can draw the semicircle? So with this center, so I'll join these two midpoints. We can draw this quarter circular portion, then shift the center at this place, reduce the radius, and just check. Perfect. So from this we have to mark this portion. So like this we can draw the semicircle, and I have used, this is one center and this is two center. For semicircle only we are supposed to use two centers. Then very important thing is shifting this semicircle. Height of the cylinder is 50. Instead of making double drawing over here, how we can shift this semi-cylindrical portion? Observe it very carefully. So what we are supposed to do? Shift these lines. So from this to this, if I mark this line, it will be 50, it will match with this. Then the curve changes. So whatever the visible portion of this curve will be, so it will be concerned with this center, and this center we have to shift by 50. We have to shift by 50, perfectly by 50. So this is going to be a center of this quarter circular portion, and this portion we can shift. So if I take the same radius, it will match also with this. So draw like this. The same radius. With the same radius, we can draw in this way. And afterwards, what you have to do? So first, mark the tangent to these two quarter circular portions. And this tangent should be like this. It should touch both the circles like this. So if it is perfectly vertical, so definitely it will touch this also and this also. So we have to mark that tangent to this, and with the help of compass, with the same center, now we can mark this arc. Our first center is this only. Mark this arc. So now that portion, so from this, like this also, if it is looking little bit odd, now we can mark perfect tangent. In this way. So lot of accuracy is required. So afterwards, once we draw this portion, after that what we have to do? Two things are remaining. One thing is, in this portion there is a rectangular slot, and in this portion there is a circular hole. Then first, the easier part is what? Marking this slot. Now this rectangular slot is on non-isometric surface. We cannot mark this 15 on this line. It is non-isometric line. Then where we have to mark? This 15 and this 30 we have to mark on the isometric line. Always marking should be on isometric line, and that part we have to do like this. So from this, at a distance of 15 from origin, mark the point. So this is one point. Then after this, again 15 and 15, 30. Means we have to mark these 2 points, and these 2 points we have to shift on this line. Similarly, this marking of this is 15, it is 30. So we'll mark on this line in this way, and then shift this this will be parallel to this edge, and we'll have to shift this line on isometric surface like this. Just see how I'm marking that rectangular slot. And again, so whatever this is, this gap is there, 20, 20, and inside it is 20. That means from this side we have to leave 20, from that side also we have to leave 20. So if it is overall 60, then on this isometric line, mark 20 over here, 20 over here, and directly we can mark a line parallel to this. So whatever this line is there, perfectly parallel line to it. We have to draw like this, and it is 20. So this either you can take it by measurement or you can mark. It's 20. It is also 20. It is 20. Then, so this rectangular slot, it is throughout, but it's 4 edges. Out of 4 edges, 1, 2, 3. So this edge will be hidden, this edge will be hidden, and as it is a slot, so this edge will be visible. So from this, only in that hole we have to mark this line. So this is the rectangular slot on non-isometric surface. And then finally, what is remaining? So the hole in this portion. So this should be your sequence. And for drawing the hole in that surface, what is the first requirement? First, mark the radius of this hole. So how much it is? It is 530. 530 means radius is 15, and this 15 mm first you have to take over here. So it is perfectly 15, and from the center, what we have to do? So we have to cut the arc on these 4 lines. It is 1, then it is 2nd, then it is 3rd, and it is 4th. So we'll get these 4 points. And now, so it is in the top view, means which lines will be using? Line parallel to length and line parallel to width. For line parallel to width, I'll use this. So from this point, draw a parallel line. From this also draw a parallel line to width, and for having line parallel to this edge, I'll mark through this point only this line and this line. So I'll get the rhombus of 30 by 30, 30 side. Then in this rhombus, I am having 4 centers. Out of those 4 centers, from these 2 centers, where angle is 120 degree, join the midpoints of opposite side. How we can join the midpoint of opposite side? Just see it. So from this midpoint of opposite side, like this, and from this center, the midpoint of this side. Then similarly, from 8, again midpoint of opposite side, and from this center, midpoint of opposite side. We'll get 2 more centers. So it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. With the help of these 4 centers, we can mark the ellipse. How we can mark? First, I'll use this first center, and with this first center, see the midpoint of opposite side. So it is the midpoint of opposite side. I'll check whether it matches with the, yes. So this portion, this quarter circular portion, then shift the center to this place, and again see, this is the midpoint of opposite side, this is also midpoint of opposite side. With the same radius, we have to mark this much portion. Then third center is over here. With this third center, reduce the radius up to midpoint of this side. Join this portion, and again the last center, this portion. Once we complete this isometric view, give the dimensions also. These are must. So its overall length, it is 120. Then overall width, it is 60, and overall height, which is going to be 50. So it is 50. Overall height is 50. So these are the 3 dimensions, and isometric view of the given object is like this. So here only you have to give overall dimensions, and if you follow the proper procedure, there will not be any difficulty. Thank you. If you like this object, then share it or share this video, as well as if any difficulty is there, you can comment on it also. Thank you.